I think it's time I actually bring this up. The age-old debate of tits or ass. I think it's time I finally make the call. I settle the debate because I don't understand it. I guess first of all, that'd be the number one. What is it? Number one, what are tits? What are ass? I've never even seen those before. What is a woman? Ask it. What is a woman? I've never understood the tits or ass because I think there's two types of like what that means. Because I think in general it means tits or ass of just casually looking at a girl and like objectifying them. And by objectify, I don't mean like you say the word objectify and that triggers people. Even the word trigger triggers people. Isn't that weird? You can say the word trigger and all of a sudden you're like, what happened? What happened? Who's mad? And it's like, no, trigger is a term that I guess we did make up. I don't think that's ever been, I mean, the term offensive is even like offensive, right? Isn't that the fucked up thing? The term offensive could be construed as offensive. So that's what I don't get. Anyway, my point is, tits or ass? Ass or tits? Tits and ass? Which one do you want? I guess it's the main thing is like, which one are you seeing? You're objectifying a woman, you're walking down the street. Which one are you going to do? I was just looking at some right now. Which one are you going to do? Which one are you looking at? Which one do you care about more? Which it sounds so stupid. And I don't know. But then there's other people that are like, oh no, I mean like in bed. What do you care about? And I think those are like two separate things. Because on the one hand, you're looking at girls that you're never going to talk to because you're already objectifying them so much, right? I mean, I think the day and age of someone going like, hey, check out that girl with her huge tits. I'm going to go talk to her because of her huge tits. I think those days are over of at least being out loud said to people, right? You might look at a girl and be like, oh, she's beautiful. And she has big tits, Because in your head, that's what you want to think. You want to think you looked at her face first. But let's be honest. You probably saw the tits. Tits, if a line of sight is a thing. So in general, I don't know what the average tit size is, but in general, to get you to notice the tits before the face, that means they're very good tits because they're in front of the face in the line of sight of walking forward. So you probably see tits first, right? Then face. Then you kind of do like a scan down, Terminator style. And if you scan it down, you're like, oh, okay. And then you see, damn, that's a nice ass right there. Then you're seeing the ass, all right? Now the ass is in play. We got ass play involved. Now you're seeing the ass, and you go, whoo, and then you do the quick up and down. You go, bah, 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 bah. You might be a freak and look at the feet. I don't get the feet. I never understood feet fetish. Don't understand that. Don't understand pregnant fetish. That's the weird one. Like you're turned on because there's a baby in there. Come on. That's fucking weird in my opinion. But anyway, you're seeing the tits, then you see the face, then you see the ass, and this is purely just for a woman that has big tits and big ass, all right? The average woman, I guess you don't notice. I actually don't know. This is probably really offensive, right? I'm objectifying a fake woman. You can't get mad at me, though, because this woman doesn't exist yet. I could tell you, oh, I saw her yesterday. Yesterday, I saw this woman with the biggest tits and the biggest ass, right? If I said that, maybe, but I also could be lying. You don't know, so don't cancel me. Don't cancel me. Ugh. I don't know. I guess so. Though then the argument is like tits and ass, but there's like two sides, right? It's looking at a girl and saying tits or ass. Oh, look. Or it's like the sexual when you're intimate. Which one do you prefer? And in that case, I mean, in both those cases, I think tits, because it at least has a little bit more respect than ass, right? Because at least you're willing to face them. Like, you can at least, you're closer to the eyes, hopefully. Well, not saggy, like my mom's. Hopefully, they can be like, you're closer to the eyes, right? Even though this is even though that is really offensive, my eyes are up here, even though that's really offensive, is it really more offensive than... Oh, yeah. I just imagine a guy at a bar trying to talk to a girl with a big ass and keeps trying to like catch a glance at the ass going, oh yeah, Yeah, that's really funny actually, because I have a cousin who majored in marketing, and now he's got like a huge, like he's got like a really big firm that he could probably hook you up with, and probably and probably get you like a nice internship or something where you could sit on my face, something where you could go in once a week, and you guys could talk about even being a partnership or coming in my face, doing whatever you want, because of tits you can kind of like like, in my opinion, you can, like, do, like, the blink and glance, right? We call it the blink and glance, right? Because a blink, you get, like, a quick little snippet of milliseconds where you can kind of, like, look down after a blink. I'm not talking like this. I'm just talking like if I'm talking to you, your tits are here. I might go, yeah, I know. That's really great. That's great. That's awesome. That's the thing I was thinking of. I would say no. I would say that would probably not be it. I would actually go to the father and maybe like look around and see what's up with that, because you could see a couple of times it was maybe a little obvious, but that, 1 out of 3 for not being that obvious. That sounds good to me. Ugh. But I also like tits because intimacy wise, it must be tits because at least you're looking at her, like. I don't know, like, at least you get to, like, see her face, right? And, like, that's respectful enough, in my opinion. Like, do you want to be like, shut up, look at the ass. I just want the ass. Like, if you're a tits guy, at least you get to be like, oh, tits, and then you, right? Tits, and then you. With ass, you're like, ass, and then bored, It's just nothing. There's nothing else there. Ideally. That's terrible.